Mr. Nelson, I've been enduring the silent treatment you've been giving me, and let me tell you, I'm not a fan of any silent treatment. Now, we can do this either peacefully or not. May I remind you that Howard Stark alongside Kaijus Yamain and Ichiro Serizawa started Monarch as a subdivision of S.H.I.E.L.D. So technically, you should report to me. Are you gonna tell us what you were trying to do?
Like I'll rat out to you, Fury. You're just wanting to make sure you get your slimy hands on what we've worked on. Monarch stopped belonging to your club since Stark died. It's mine now. One Eye.
Funny you should mention S.H.I.E.L.D. having slimy hands, when you're not exactly giving me any reason to believe that you don't have any slimy hands of your own.
Typical S.H.I.E.L.D. talk, always bragging about how they're world's most righteous watchmen. You have no idea what's going to happen.
These two are willing to talk. They actually wanted to find me to tell you this.
Never thought you two traitors would sink this low. Do you have any shame?
I thought we would just do the same question, Nelson. We'll explain everything, Fury. Good to see you and your husband in one piece. We already lost a lot of excellent people in the field as it is.
We don't know if he's going to come out all right, but we'll do the best we can to bring him back to health.
Thanks.
How are you holding up?
Rattled, but I'll manage. Which, seeing as how we've almost died by Nosferatu's demon pet, it's amazing that I was able to say that.
Alright. I've heard that Rumen's been served as refreshment, so if you're up to...
Thanks. But I want to be alone for a while, with what's happening and all.
Sure thing. Hope God's watching over Ray. Bad enough he hasn't gotten enough time to spend with Sky.
Huh, only time this is someone I never thought to see here. It's William Lennox von Lest. What does he have to say?
Anyone getting this? If so, then we've not got some very good news.
Fire away. Can't be any more worse than where we are now.
Well, we were able to track down the source of the EMP wave that was hitting the town around Canada to some cave and, well, there was more than just bats. The waves came from some giant monster, we think.
Wait, another monster?
Yeah, it escaped before we were able to get a good look and... Hang on. What do you mean by another one?
Rogers encountered something similar to what you're telling us, right at this base, that we're still digging for one.
Damn, another one? Oh, like we need that right now.
Shit!
If I may, gentlemen, while we were unable to stop the beast, I've managed to have my micro drone Sunder keep tabs on it. From what we can gather, it's heading to Toronto. Don't know why yet, but I'm betting it won't end well for poor folk over there if we don't go. Wait, we're getting a live feed from Thunder. Oh, Primus, those poor souls.
Does Stark know about this yet?
Who?
Tony Stark. Guy who invented the Iron Man suit.
I'm sorry, I don't listen to many current topics lately, so I don't know much about him yet.
Stark will hear of this, though knowing him, he'd likely do something reckless afterwards. Get Pym and Agent Van Dyne on the phone.
Noted.
Rest of you, get yourself ready for the next attack by those things. Our weapons department will supply you with the tech we haven't used since the last time we faced off against those damn monsters. Next time, we'll make them bleed.
There has to be a connection between that thing and my dreams. Oh, hi there! Didn't catch you there. Went the wrong way.
Care to explain this, miss?
Oh, just a small silly prank my friends did on me. Funny, right?
Yeah, good one, Rising Tide. You'll never pester us again with your trouble now.
What's going on? Where are you taking her?
Taking in a criminal, that's what. She's been giving us trouble for some time now. And we'll be addressing this very soon.
This is true?
Love to say it's not, but I'm no liar.
Wait, can't we just talk about this?
No can do. She's a hacker, and she must be dealt with accordingly. Miller, this is becoming a disaster. Monarch's going to be ruined. Are you sure you've kept the other eggs safe?
Rest assured, sir, we're making sure they won't find out about it.
Could use a little bit of blue thrown in. Don't want to make the new suit too similar.
Sir, I received some urgent news concerning one of your plans in Toronto.
If it's just a strike for more raises, more vacations, or the usual worker stuff, just tell them that I'll have one of my staff just listen to them and work things out and everyone wins.
Actually, sir, it's far worse than that.
We just got footage of the monster destroying one of the facilities that belonged to Stark Industries on Canada. No survivors have been found. We've yet to receive word from Tony Stark regarding the attack, and we still don't know what this monster is. But stay tuned for more.
I see that, but what the hell is that? Start speaking.
Good that you're there, Stark. One of your plans was...
Don't need to tell me. Found out from the news I'm watching now.
I see. I still need to inform you that we have another creature flying around, though. Shields on high alert and our fighter jets are following the flying creature.
Glad to know you've prepared, yet also upset about hearing another monster in the loose. They better not get any ideas on visiting NYC and wrecking my yet-to-be-completed tower.
Don't worry. We're making preparations to make sure that won't happen.
Okay then, well, if we're lucky, either of them could turn tail and run if they find out about the city's bad rep about the Garbers Islands.
Not sure if you're trying to be funny about this or not.
Gotta have some coping mechanism here.
Fair enough. We'll also get guards to make this even more reassuring.
Sir.
Gonna have to call you back, Romanoff. Something just came up. What the? Afraid that you lost your turn to Dracula's lair. Okay, bad boy. Not feeling like playing nice anymore. Good. So am I. Hate it when they get smug about winning.
The situation's starting to go downward even more for those who are about to ask me what's going on with this monster crisis right now. The one who destroyed the Stark Industries is heading to New York City, and the bat monster from that island which Fury was at is about heading to God knows where to. This is going to be a nightmare telling this to the United Nations.
Is there anything else we could do in the meantime? It's a lot to process for me, but I could at least figure out a plan to at least draw their attention.
Much as I want to be open about any ideas, Mr. Lennox, I prefer it if we make it about killing them, if we can.
This can be happening. I just heard that the plan is going to be more damn crazy by the minute. Aliens, real monsters, fire, people, separate. If the next time I see your head up, we could have humanoid roaches discuss a human in theme park to toss myself into the loony bin.
Crazy or not, we still need your skills to fix this, Mr. Ryan. So, is anyone else trying to do something about this?
Well, we did contact S.H.I.E.L.D., so we do have some sort of edge. Thank Primus.
As much as I'm pleased with this news, Wheeljack, I fear that it won't be enough. At the same time, we'll aid them in their efforts.
I was able to do some research on these monsters, and from what I found out, it was far from being the first time this happened. During the 50s and the 70s, there were events and rampages from giant monsters, or they're now known as Japan, Kaiju, or Kaiju for short. that devastated many parts of the planet and taken many lives in the process. The forces of every nation, S.H.I.E.L.D. included, found out that using conventional weapons wouldn't work on them, so they resorted to using new technology such as laser tanks. They were successful with taking down some of the Kaiju, but the rest weren't so easy. Then one day, they stopped, eventually since then. Though nowadays, that's no longer the case.
We all know too well about such events can bring enormous tolls on a world, which makes it even more important we prevent this from growing worse.
With reports of these monsters coming up, I don't know how I'm gonna face off against one of them, if not more. I'd really be a pest to them due to, well, not being such a giant. Wish I could have done something to help those other folk that got attacked, but then New York City wouldn't be in any better position if I did. Then again, I don't know how an army of superheroes would fare against them any better. I wonder what party they're going to.
The Godfather now show you menace mocker on these windows, you are crawling psychopath. I hope you go and use your powers or something, cause that'll be Grand Karma.
Well, hiya to you, Sonny JJ! Oh, and not to be a party pooper, but haven't you heard? Smoking's not good for your health! Ta-ta!
It's true to patronize me one day, you're not confused. It does a damn promise.
Hey fellas, it's been too long. Hey, have we met? My name's Spider-Man in case we haven't.
We haven't, though I've heard of you, especially the incident with the symbiote.
Yeah, that's kind of a sour topic that I really don't want to chat about if you don't mind. Anyway, why are you and the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D. boys hanging around here anyway? Some sort of a disco rave?
Guarding the tower against the reported monsters, or God forbid, even more pop out.
Think it could help if we plant mines around the top of the tower in case any of them decide to go King Kong on it?
I'll keep that in mind. I'll go oversee the other agents guarding the rest of Stark Towers and non-Stark related buildings.
Yeah, and I'll be around to check out some stuff and all. Huh. Never figured that it's hard to think of something to kill time in a snazzy place like this. Hey fellas, guess this mean we're in for a giant game of Twister?
Jarvis, you sure that your scanners haven't picked up even the slightest hint of a giant vampire bout around here? I mean, it's not exactly tough to miss.
Due to the software of the world the aura that the creature is sending out, it died the world for it, sir. I was unable to get inside local reality in this.
Otherworldly? As in like from space?
That would be an accurate term.
Would find it interesting normally, but right now I'm not in the mood to let it throw any more death attacks.